since I said that, I want to take the time to apologize to Carmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid, homie.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there with him because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side. One of the white boys was on that side. So either way go, they had him blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just coming and getting the light. He just coming and getting the light. So he a low down dirty. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. They no, because he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong with a that's minding his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. These bully white boys just with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race. No, it ain't about race. Justice was served when he killed that cracker. Self-defense. And the reason I say that is, anybody can go see the video. Why do you think the media outlets ain't promoting to go see this video? You can go up to the school to see it. And if you go up to the school and see it, we all to see this kid will be found not guilty. But because it's in an all-white town and they done made it about race, whoever Sarah Fields is, Sarah Fields, you a rotten mother. And if I just had some time, I would put an army behind this family, but I ain't got time. It's supposed to be an army because Sarah Fields and the father and somebody who works for the court have been releasing Carmelo Anthony's family information to Sarah Fields. She's been putting it online and the white folk been going. So they've been having to move. All those lies made up, homie, they can't even get the GoFundMe money. So they can't even touch the Go. So they just trying to smear a campaign, but that's what the cracker do. Boy, I wish I can go back to when I was seeing the type of shit. I wish they could have caught me 3 years ago when I was really on my let's go get the cracker shit. But homie, I wish I ain't got that spirit no more. So I'm saying, why black people ain't rallying around this family as they tried to rally around in the beginning? They are threatening this family. Homie, they keep having to move.
But how do you don't just lose the spirit, bro? It's either you got it or you don't.
No, you do lose it. You do lose it.
So you sold out?
No. You lose it.
Now, y'all seen that clip. Y'all see how crazy that is. He's even on another clip. I want to show this clip real quick before I get into it. He's on another clip claiming that Carmelo Anthony didn't have a knife in his bag. He had like a multi-purpose tool. Roll the clip.
It was a Boy Scout tool that most white people give their elementary kids. You lift it this way, you lift it this way. About 12 items on there. A knife just so happens to be on there. I think even a fingernail file is on there. The knife was so small, it did not penetrate his heart. It was too small. It was a little small knife. They're not telling us this. And they tricked me, and they had me going against a good kid. They really had me going against a good kid, so I'm f***ed up about this, my white Republican friends. I'm f***ed up. This is what the Democrats did to the police with the rappers, and come on, y'all are doing to, come on, you're gonna do what the Democrats are doing to the blacks. Just give us the truth. We're smart enough conservative. And by the way, my voting record is all conservative. Mike Wallace, you name it. Mona Bailey, me and Mona Bailey. Shelley Pritchard, Jen Hall, I know all of them. Tarrant County GOP Republican Party, I know all of them. All of them. Sarah, I'm in the loop. I mean, I know about you too. Meth, I'm in the loop. So listen to me.
Now let's get to the bottom of it all. Let's get to the nitty gritty. First and foremost, it does not matter if the Metcalf brothers were bullies. Being a bully don't matter. Charleston White in the video says that he didn't even know them. So he don't have any personal experience with them being bullies. So in a premeditated state, there's no way that he can premeditate that somehow they're going to attack him because he don't even know these kids. Now you can say he heard around the block that they were bullies, but it does not matter if you're a bully, if you hear they're bullies, what their actions are and what your defense to their actions is the only thing that matters in a court of law. So you have a kid, even if it's a utility tool that you can flip around like this, somehow he got the knife out and stabbed somebody with the knife. He didn't pick the fingernail clippers. He didn't pick the fingernail file. He didn't pick the scissors. He didn't pick, I don't know, the flathead, the Phillip. He didn't pick none of that. He picked the knife that he then stabbed the kid in the chest. Then what did he say documented on the court document, on the police report, is that he said, touch me and see what happens. So therefore, he know he has this object in his bag. He said, touch me and see what happens. He removes the object, stabs the kid in the chest with enough force and enough depth that it killed him almost instantly. He didn't die at the hospital, y'all. He died in his brother's arms at the track meet. Now they may have pronounced him at another time. He was dead at the track meet. His brother saw him go dead. So to make these claims is foolish. To say that the girl Sarah Fields, which shout out to Sarah Fields, I looked at her social media and she's all over this story, promoting facts and pointing out how, Charleston White is a complete nut. But you can't say that, oh, this person is revealing their address and they doing this and that. You have no evidence of that. And I hope that somebody sue you if you're out here lying about somebody and don't have no evidence. Let me just say this. It's very difficult in the state of Texas to indict a minor and try him as an adult unless you have unequivocal evidence that's pretty strong that will get you an indictment. And let me explain real quick. There has to be a substantial amount of information for them to present this to a grand jury dealing with a kid that was 17. They didn't just charge him with murder. They didn't charge him with manslaughter. They charged him with first-degree murder. That means that you have to show an element of premeditated murder. And from all accounts that we see, even the video that reporters are talking about, that people can go and watch, at least the people in the media can go and watch, there's no indication that there was an altercation before the stabbing occurred. It's not like he was getting jumped. You being in a place that you're not supposed to be in and people telling you to leave the place don't give you the right to claim that you are afraid enough to stab somebody in the heart who did not use any serious force against you that would make you believe that you could experience serious bodily injury or death. These Austin Metcalf kids, that kid wasn't that big. I've seen pictures of these kids. They ain't that big. Come on, bro. It ain't like they 6'6", 6'8", 6'5", 300 pounds. I think Austin Metcalf was like a linebacker. He was in an athletic position. He's not a lineman. And even if he was, you have to show that you have fear of serious bodily injury or death in order for you to use deadly force against somebody. And it also has to be within self-defense. You cannot provoke a situation and then claim self-defense. So Charleston is completely nutty on this. And I forgot to say this. This is what I wanted to say at the very beginning. Let me tell you why Charleston went the way he went. And as a black man, I understand how black men end up like this. What happens is, as a black man, you grow up in a society where you begin to get brainwashed into believing that this is the reality. The white man is bad. Police officers are bad. Selling drugs is not a big deal. This is what we do. We can't make it in this country because the white man got his foot on our neck. And you believe that. And then you grow out of it. And when you grow out of it, that means you went to college. That means you moved out of the neighborhood. You start getting a new circle of friends. You start really, involving yourself culturally around other people. Then you realize, oh, shoot, I think I've been lied to. Like, white people ain't even worried about us like that. What have I been doing? And then what happens is you go out and you get this newfound understanding and you start really challenging the status quo of how you grew up. And then what happens is you get back in touch with black people in places that you grew up. You start feeling compassion and empathy, and it brings you back to your roots. And then you feel like that you've abandoned your people. And so therefore you have to go back and address the wrongs that you felt like you had done to your own people. And with that being said, people fall back into the trap of brainwashing and convincing themselves that the white man is now bad again. I don't understand how Charleston, being, I think, as inquisitive as he is at times, that he don't understand that he's just hearing a narrative from Carmelo Anthony's family. Of course, they're going to have a narrative because they want their son not to do the rest of his life in prison. But you got to juxtapose the narrative to what the police report is saying to reality. You can't just believe what Austin Metcalf's family was saying. You can't believe what Carmelo Anthony's family was saying. You can only rely on what the evidence that has been presented. And the evidence that we have looks like a first-degree murder. Now, for you to just act like they did it because he's white and all that, because he's a black kid and all this, Frisco, Texas ain't just white people. Frisco is now way more diverse than it ever was, at least back when we used to live in Frisco and Plano. So a lot of black people live in Frisco and Plano. That's how Carmelo Anthony's family is there. So it's not, obviously not predominantly black. It's not overwhelmingly black, but there's a lot of black people that do live there. There's a lot of people of other races that do live there. There's a lot of black people that play on these football teams. There's a lot of black people that go to these schools to play other sports. So it's not just all white people and there's one sole black person that's looking around like, I'm the only here. That only occurs in Brownwood or Stephenville, Texas, or somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But when you go to these major metropolitan areas where you have Plano, Frisco, you have Prosper, you have, North Dallas, you have all these different areas, there's people that go to these schools of different ethnicities and diversity, or ethnicities, and it's pretty diverse. There's a lot of black successful people that live in Dallas, in North Dallas. Come on, why would Charleston say that? He's from Fort Worth, where I'm from. But anyway, y'all let me know what you think, man.